Well, hello and welcome to my review of the Sanrenmu 710. It's the Chinese cutter that could. Now, it seems like I'm on a never-ending quest to find the bestest, cheapest blade available to man. I think I nailed it down in the fixed blade category with my discovery of Mora knives a little while back, and I'm pretty confident about the Rough Riders in the traditional slip joint configuration, but the modern folders always vexed me. Bluntly, after several trial runs with cheap EDC style knives, I figured that a man was just going to have to drop better than 20 bucks to get a nice modern EDC folder. The cheapies worked, but the build quality gap was wide enough that I resigned myself to the Spyderco Bird line as being the best bang for the buck. Now, I still like the Birds, but it's a hobby of mine to secure the best knife for my dollar, so I continued to look around. I subscribed to a guy named Mr. Dagon 007, that's MRDAGON 007. He did a whole series on Sanrenmu knives, or SRNs for short, and after he talked about the amazing value, I did some shopping on eBay and my Cara finally got trumped. Big time. For 11 bucks, you can have an EDC with a build quality of a reputable name at the cost of a junker. Welcome to the Sanrenmu 710. The new king of ridiculously affordable and awesome EDC knives.
Hey everyone. Hey, I've been carrying this Sanrenmu. I think a lot of guys on the forums call them SRMs. Been doing a little research on it and I decided to go ahead and get one. Had this shipped to my door from China for 11 bucks. I think the knife actually cost me around 6. And then the shipping made up the rest of it. But still, for $11 for a knife, an EDC knife of this quality, is just flat out amazing. I mean, it's unreal that you can get something like this for that kind of money. But like I said, I've been carrying it now for about 2 weeks. I used it in the construction industry. Just yesterday we cut some corrugated drain tile pipe with it. I use it from everything for that to opening letters. Just a quick couple comments about the build on the knife. You can see it's a frame lock there, and I'll go over some of this in the slideshow. But nice, solid, no back and forth or side to side play, no back and forth play. And I use this thing pretty aggressively, and it hasn't loosened up. And I haven't taken it apart yet, but if it does, you can see you can get tools in there to disassemble a knife and go ahead and tighten it up. That's a potential anyway. I haven't tried that yet, but you know, it's not a... You can get in there as a user and try and fix it up, or it looks that way anyway. Open pillar design. The only great pocket clip. You can see the quality of the set screws there to hold the pocket clip on. You can see the there's two things that I noticed right away about this thing. It has some centering issues. You can see it's swinging to our right there a little bit. It doesn't scrape the side, but it doesn't center exactly. Hasn't been a problem yet, but that's one thing. The other thing is that the thumb studs are out. They stick out just a little too far, and they've been really messing up my pockets. Now, in the defense of this SRM, my pockets from carrying EDC on a regular basis already have, you know, messed up hems. But this knife in particular, well, I'll show you there. You can see how it's scratching up my pocket. This knife's thumb studs in particular really catch it and do a good rip job there. So that's something to consider anyway. But those are two minor issues. Other than that, I mean, HCR 13 MOV steel. Everybody knows about Spyderco's Tenacious. Everybody loves it. Just unbelievable. Stop watching this review right now and go and get one on eBay. All right.
Well, the whole package weighs in at 3 ounces on the money. The blade's the HCR 13 MOV steel, and I've heard that the handle's made from the same excellent stuff, although I can't verify that. Now, you'll see some pics here of the 710 married up to a 2-slotted Swiss Army knife for size comparison. It's almost identical for a pocket fit. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife with a pocket clip. Well, the fit and finish is totally awesome. I mean, the blade has a great logo etching, and it lends character to the knife as a whole, complementing the minimalist approach to the EDC roll. The blade's very, very sharp, and it stays that way due to the hollow ground approach. The blade snaps open with authority, and the frame lock holds true, with no movement at all, even under moderate to heavy use. The steel handle has an aggressive skateboard tape style area for purchase, but everything else is polished smooth. The clip is fastened in one position by 3 set screws that rival the quality of a much pricier knife. The 2 issues I had were a poorly designed extra wide thumb stud that kind of ate my pocket hem, and the blade centering was all for frog hair, but overall that's minor stuff. Well, application is of course EDC. I mean, what a great little knife to take along. It's not too big for church, but it's big enough to cut stuff while you're there. Look, the Sanrenmu is my new king of budget carry. They got a nice little website, they're readily available on eBay, and they cost less than even the universally hated M-Tech beaters. Now you need to have some patience because of the fact that most purchases are going to come mailed from China, but I guess patience is a virtue after all. I'm not sure why these things haven't taken the USA knife community by storm, but I suspect that maybe Sanrenmu makes a lot of blades for import for big names in the US like Buck, for example, and they may not want to compete with a purchase partner here in the US. They might end up cutting their own throats by doing that. But if they did, they'd have a great knife to do it with. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll try and keep them coming.